This is something all Asian immigrants would understand. Having to deal with people judging them or the food they eat. And this happened to just recently, just last month, which Chinese Redditor had shared that her 6-year-old daughter was forced to eat in a separate room alone for bringing foreign and smelly food, as some people called it. With the user which am I the asshole? Shared on her Reddit. So her daughter, the homeroom teacher, purposely forced the daughter to sit alone in a room during lunch for eating food such as persimmons. And apparently this had happened multiple times already at school, and as the daughter told her mother, and this family is a Chinese family. So after her daughter told the mother went to the school principal to tell about what her daughter told about and what she had to do, have to eat in a separate room for just eating foreign and smelly food, as these people called it, being very rude and judgmental. The husband, the father, had argued with the mother that the teacher would have said something if their daughter's story was true. And then since am I the asshole thing is going on, there's a trend going on Reddit where people are coming and all kinds of people asking if am I the bad person or that kind of stuff. Over 14,000 people had jumped to side with the mother of the daughter, telling her that she is not the bad one in this case, and that the teacher is racist and this was abuse, and which the mother said posted my daughter is 6 and grade 2, but only had been remote until a few months, so she hadn't physically been in school for long. Recently, she told me I didn't want her to pack lunches anymore and what to eat the other kids were eating. She had been not wanting to eat her favorite food, not opting for asking for pizza more. I asked her why she didn't didn't want to eat her favorite food anymore, and she told me that she wanted to be able to sit with the other students. I was shocked because I didn't know she was sitting with the other students, and she told me that it was because her teacher made her sit in the other rooms by herself during lunch because she would want smelly food. Typically growing up, I was also targeted by teachers who wouldn't let me bring shrimp or anything with garlic or onion because they hated the smell. So I tried to not pack anything that could cause them to target my child, like spam or sushi or egg fried rice. I was really upset because she is half Chinese and she also looks Asian, and I felt it was my childhood trauma happening on her. So it's true. Basically kids who are of Asian descent, or if they are Asian immigrants themselves, who immigrated with their parents from Asian countries, if their parents pack their lunches and like Asian food, people over in North America, they will be very judging, and they will call, even looking at it, they'll call it disgusting, and then if it smells a bit different than what they eat, they will also call it smelly, and they'll also be very offensive. And normally teachers would not say and do a thing and just supervise the kids eating it while also the teacher eats his or her lunch as well. But unfortunately, there's this also a racist thing that's also going on where they're also being judgmental of what the Asian student is eating. Also, since they'll also be judgmental of what the Asian student is eating, or Asian students, it could be several in one class, or several in a school, and maybe in a cafeteria. If some schools allow the kids to do that, or they do that. And these Asian kids, they don't want to get judged, and they want to try to blend in, and unfortunately try to they lose their Asianness, and try to want to eat food for lunch what the other kids they hang out with they're eating, to not have to deal with that judgment, or have to deal with rude stuff like this, or end up having to eat alone, or forced to eat alone. Also continued on from the Reddit post that says, I called up her homeroom teacher for a meeting, and her teacher said they didn't make her sit in the other room to eat, but my daughter told me to ask her best friend, who confirmed for me that yes, she had and eating alone. So the teacher was lying to the parent of the mother about it, but the student's friend said no, the teacher did that. And another person, another teacher, just also confirmed that the student, the daughter, she was also eating alone as well, as she was walking by and but seeing it. And then the homeroom teacher trying to switch things around, and said blamed it that the mother packed the daughter persimmons as a snack, and claimed it was distracting for the other kids. That they thought she was eating a tomato and she wanted to distract the others for having foreign food. She refused to believe it was inappropriate, and she said didn't see anything wrong with sending her to eat by herself. I had to go to the principal and take my daughter to another homeroom to finish up the school year because the teachers said it only happened. So she had to switch classes. So another teacher had to teach her, and so one of the Redditors commented, "This sounds like discrimination based on the food she brings in just because it is tied to her heritage. How ugly of that teacher to other child and call her food smelly. School is a place where she should feel safe and uplifted, not targeted and whittled down." Another person said, "And what a waste of a perfect opportunity to teach kids are curious about and respect other cultures. If only the teacher wasn't a raging racist, this could have been a great chance to expand the kids' worldviews." And that is true. There have been Asian students who brought their school lunches packed by their Asian parents from home, and they bring it to school. The fellow classmates or maybe other students, maybe if they're eating at a cafeteria, they see it. What's that? And they describe it. Like, "Can I try some?" And they try some of it, and then chances are some actually like it, and then there have been some others who have maybe I could also get some, which some do, but of course some will say my that thing, but oh, nice. And then, or some will really, oh, if they really like it, where can I get some? Of course, suggestions could be given out, and of course, they talk with the Asian student, and they can also learn about their heritage. And if the other students, if they ask them, and if those other students have also a different heritage, they could also kick up a different conversations about their different heritage. Third Redditor said, "The teacher is obviously racist, but your husband is a racist, is an asshole as well. Everyone should educate themselves about racism in the country. In this case, it's USA. But especially the father of a biracial child who is visibly Asian." So the father is not Asian, the mother is Chinese, the father is not. So it's unfortunate that Asian students have to suffer this, and this does happen a lot. And USA, Canada, while some will actually be tolerant and wondered and maybe ask about it, but only the one case why some student would maybe have to sit in another room with if they have allergies to of course some students that have a peanut allergy or shrimp allergy. There's a lot of U.S. North American kids who have a peanut allergy, apparently. So if an Asian student that has a lunch, he or she has a lunch with that has something or traces of or has peanuts in it, of course they would have to try to sit in another room, or the other student who has allergies should not the other way. And in this case, since everyone literally just found out about it, and the teacher here, she deserves to be fired from her job for being a racist to one of her students. Because one of the teachers, and there's definitely other teachers who have noticed, her classmates would have noticed, and even it's on Asian news. Since the father has barely any knowledge, he should really learn about from his wife, or this could probably lead to them getting divorced about it. And he's being the father is being a bad parent in this case. And since there are some teachers who want to discuss things, normally USA. Of course, the tattletale thing. So, in this case, teacher deserves to be fired. And don't be afraid to ask if there are if there are Asian students in your classroom that you were in. If they're eating something, ask them what are they eating, and don't be judgmental about it.